taking the second spot, and Jacqueline Adoyo from Nyanza completing rather the podium there. So victory there for Mary Sophia Simiu, as was victory for Melvin Kerubo in the first heat in the women's 100 meters. It's a very big field here in the 100 meters.
Is Dove better than ordinary soap? We're going to prove it. Take a bar of your soap and Dove. Use yours on one side.
We have 7 heats, and we are done with 2, so 5 more to go. In the third heat there, we'll have Joy Akenyi Ocheng running for Eastern, Sheila Mahungu Mayenze for South Rift, Lois Kambi in lane 4 for Coast, Brenda Masitsa in lane 5 for Prisons, and her colleague Edna Ogendi in lane 6, and then we'll have Valerie Chepkoech from South Rift running in lane 7. That is the start list for the women's 100 meters heat 3. Of course, all this action coming to you live from the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Langata constituency. An event that is being used by the Athletics Kenya to pick the team that will head to Cameroon for the week-long Africa Senior Athletics Championships. Remember, this is a competition that Kenya topped the medal standings in Mauritius in 2022. That was for a second edition running with the 23 medals, which included 10 gold, 5 silver, and 8 bronze. So Kenya will be looking to take a third straight title at the Africa Senior Athletics Championships, having wrestled the title from South Africa, who had won in 2016 and 2014, with Kenya taking back the honors in Asaba in 2018, and then defending the overall title at the event in Mauritius in 2022. So the pride of East Africa as far as athletics is concerned will be looking to make it 3 in a row. Of course, emulating South Africa, who were the last country to do that when they won in 2004 in Brazzaville, in 2006 in Mauritius, and 2008 competition in Addis Ababa. And we are ready now for the third heat of the women's 100 meters. Joy Akenyi, lane 2, Sheila Makungu, lane 3, Lois Kambi, lane 4, Brenda Masitsa, lane 5, Edna Ogendi, lane 6, and Valerie Chepkoech running for South Rift in lane 7. And away we go there, nice and clean start there, and it is Lucy Selion, rather it is Joy Akenyi Ochieng in lane 2, that's gonna run away with this one and stops the clock in 12.46. Much better time there posted by Joy Akenyi Ochieng, 12.46, which is much faster than Jacqueline Adoyo's 12.50 in the previous heat. So victory there for Joyce Akenyi Ochieng. She really had a very good start from the very beginning and never relented, and she gives victory here for Eastern in the women's 100 meters heat 3. So 3 done, 4 to go. And we have Rebecca Juma in the third heat, in the fourth heat here. She'll be running for Kati. Masio Biero for Northeastern in lane 3. Monica Safania running for Police in lane 4. Esther Mbagari, Prisons, lane 5. Sheila Cheng, Nyanza North in lane 6. Laventa Luvandwa Amotavi running for Eastern will be in lane 7. And of course, some very, very familiar names here. Monica Safania and Esther Mbagari, of course. These are some athletes who have graced not just our roads here, rather our tracks here, but also across the continent, and they'll be looking to put some good time. So expect some fireworks here, especially in lane 4 and lane 5 with Monica Safania running inside Esther Mbagari there. And of course, keep an eye for Laventa Luvandwa Mutavi from Eastern, an athlete who also has a lot of experience as far as the short 100 meters dash is concerned. So expect this to be a very closely contested 100 meters competition. All coming to you live from Ulinzi Sports Complex here. And thank you for joining us on our social and other digital pages as we bring you live this competition. Will give us those Saka has gone to the next heat of the 100 meters. Heat number 3. Heat number 4. Rebecca Juma. Of course, Esther Mbagari running in this competition. She is the national 100 meters and 200 meters champion, the Kenya Prisons girl, and she's on a mission here today to ensure that she qualifies for the Africa Senior Athletics Championships. But of course, look out for Eunice Kadogo, rather Monica Safania, an athlete who has experience and an athlete who is able to run, who actually runs through all the short races, including the 400 meters. And away we go there. And of course, like I mentioned, it's between Esther Mbagari and Monica Safania. And it is Esther Mbagari who is going to run away with this one. She is down in 11.80. Of course, the quickest time here so far. No surprises there, as Esther Mbagari from Prisons, the national 100 meters and 200 meters champion, storming to victory there with Monica Safania inside just finishing second there. Much quicker time as was expected of these athletes. These, of course, are two of the finest 100 meters women athletes that we have in the country. And Mbagari, they are just easing to victory there with our compatriot Monica Safania running for police. They are finishing second. And quickly we are done with the first 4 heats in the women's 100 meters. And now we are gearing up for the 5th heat. And here we have 5 athletes. Bridget Gaki running for Eastern, Lilian Diana Aoko Owako. She's presented her full names here, 4 names in total. Lilian Diana Aoko Owako running for Nyanza North. We have Sarah Kwamboka from Nyanza South, will be running from lane 5. Frashia Mwangi in lane 6 will be running for police. And Sarah Mutinda from Southern will be running in lane 7. And that is the list that is the lineup for the women's 100 meters heat 5. Once again, if you are joining us just now, we are live from the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Langata constituency for the Kenya National Championships, which are also being used for trials for Africa Senior Athletics Championships. And this is all coming to you live, and we are on the track now are the women 100 meters heat 5. Bridget Gaki lane 2, Lilian Diana in lane 4, Sarah Kwamboka in lane 5, Frashia Mwangi in lane 6, and Sarah Mutinda in lane 7. Those are the 5 athletes who are competing in the 5th heat for the 100 meters women. And cleanly we go there, and it is the athletes in lane 5, Sarah Kwamboka, who is storming away with this one. Nice and easy there with 12.43, so not such a great time despite her putting daylight between her and the competition. And I think there it's Sarah Mutinda from Southern who takes the second spot there, of course being run very closely by Lilian Diana Oko in lane 4 there. But Bridget Gaki, rather Sarah Kwamboka there, who wins this competition there in 12.43 seconds. Sarah Mutinda there, I'm sure, must have taken the second spot in this competition in the women's, the second heat of the 100 meters women, the fifth heat rather. And now we have 2 to go. A much bigger field this one, with 7 athletes registering for the 6th heat there. Yvonne Alvitsa Otunga will be running in lane 2. She'll be representing the universities. Rukia Umulisia Nusra, the KDF athlete, will be running from lane 3. Look out for her. Rosaline Atieno Angela from Nyanza North in lane 4. Shelmin Rono from Coast lane 5. Brenda Omosa Nyanza South lane 6. Lydia Barasa from Western in lane 7. And Lucia William Carlo from South Sudan in lane 8. Of course, it's good always to see some of these athletes from our neighboring countries also coming to compete here and test themselves. And of course here, look out for Rukia Nusra in lane 3.
When an athlete feels not ready to run, they have the option to raise their hand up so that she's given time to be on the mat.
Once again, the lineup for the women's sixth hit. Yvonne Otunga, Universities lane 2, Rukia Nusra, KDF lane 3, Rosaline Angela, Nyanza North lane 4, Shelmith Rono, Coast lane 5, Brenda Omosa, Nyanza South lane 6, Lydia Barasa, Western lane 7, and Lucia William Carlo from South Sudan in lane 8. That is the lineup for the women's, for the 100 meters women heat 6. And away we go there, and it's a very good start here on the outside lane from Lucia William Carlo, and she looked like she's running away with this one, but here comes Rukia Nusra, and she's beaten to the line. 12.19 there. Victory for Lucia William Carlo from South Sudan there, upsetting the favorite in this field, Rukia Nusra, who finished second there. Of course, no one really knew so much about Lucia Carlo, and she has shown that she has the caliber, and she storms to victory here in 12.19, beating the home favorite Rukia Nusra here from KDF. Of course, victory there for Lucia William Carlo from South Sudan. If we have any South Sudan nationals who are here, they must be proud of their girl, beating their home favorite here, Rukia Nusra, who didn't really look like she had it from the very start. She had a very slow start and never really recovered from it. But victory there for Lucia. I'm sure she'll be happy with that. And that is the result for the women's 100-meter women heat 6. And quickly we move into the 7th heat here. We have, for the first time this morning, we have all the athletes occupying all the lanes here from lane 1 to lane 8. Lane 1 will be Teresia Ngima running for Central. Doreen Jerop Kiplagat, NYS, will be running on lane 2. Jael Jebet from lane 3 representing North Rift. Viona Wangari Wainaina from Central in lane 4. Doreen Waka, of course, it is they are running for Prisons in lane 5. Delisha Etiang from KDF in lane 6. Eunice Kadogo, National Police Service, lane 7. And Faith Wanjagi running for Nairobi in lane 8. Of course, you know where this is going. You know where the competition is coming from here. It is Doreen Waka versus Eunice Kadogo. Doreen Waka for Prisons. It's Prisons versus National Police Service. And how many times have we seen that? Who is going to win this here today? Let's wait and see. Of course, keep an eye. Eunice Kadogo in lane 7 and Doreen Waka in lane 5. Those are the two athletes that everyone will be, or most people rather, will be tipping to win here. But of course, you never know. Maybe there's just another athlete here who's better prepared here and will have a quick start and push it all the way to the finish line. Let's wait and see. It is the 7th and the final hit in the 100 meters women hit. And away we go here, and it is Eunice Kadogo here, between Eunice Kadogo and Doreen Waka. Who's going to win it all the way to the finish line? There it is, Eunice Kadogo there, 12.05. Pushed all the way to the line by Doreen Waka as expected. And Kadogo there giving herself a big victory there. And of course, when you beat one of your closest competitors, it always gives you that confidence that you can push it all the way. And of course, it was not the fastest time here so far, but those two athletes pushing each other all the way to the finish line, with Kadogo from National Police Service getting one over her compatriot from Prisons, Doreen Waka. And that is all the 7 heats done for the 100 meters women. And quickly we move into the men's competition here. Also a very big field here with 7 heats to go. It is the second event of a very busy program today. And of course, like I mentioned, we also have field events here with the hammer throw final and the pole vault for women and men also happening on the field.
Sit back, relax, and shika a world of hit TV shows and movies with Showmax, including a host of new Kenyan shows this year, streaming for Africa. Sign up on showmax.com.
Of course, the 100 meters men competition that is very synonymous with the one and only, the great Ulinzi. Some may argue that he is not yet the great, but as far as we know here in Kenya and beyond, in the continent, of course, across the world as well, this is a competition that is becoming very synonymous with the one Ferdinand Omanyala, the African champion, who of course is not here today. But we have a very strong field here of athletes who will be pushing themselves to victory with what's in stake here being a ticket to the Senior Athletics Championships that will be happening in Cameroon, in Douala, Cameroon. So the men's 100 meters heat, that's what's on your screen now. The athletes there on the outside lane, there in lane 8 is Ben Wafula, who will be representing Central Rift. But reading all from the top, we have Mark Njoroge Kangede from University's lane 1, Mohamed Omar, Northeastern lane 2, Justin Mogoi Saboke, look out for him, the man from KDF, he'll be running from lane 3, Cyprian Marauni Kati in lane 4, Sabila Elkana Kiprotich from NYS, that is the National Youth Service, in lane 5, Kisusia Efi Musembi from Eastern will be running on lane 6, and Stephen Odhiambo Onyango of Nyanza North in lane 7. Of course, look out for the athletes in lane 3, Justin Isaboke, and lane 7, Stephen Odhiambo Onyango. Those are the two athletes I believe are going to push each other here, but let's wait and see. And it's a false start there. It's a false start there, so let's wait and see if it's going to be the green card or if there's going to be disqualification here. Of course, it's always very, very intense, especially it's very tense. It gets very tense, especially if it's a high stakes competition like this one. The athletes, they are just getting instructed there to calm down. Let's see if there's going to be any disqualification or if they'll be given a second chance to go again. And we go again. Looks like lane 5, Sabila Elkana Kiprotich is out here. Let's see who is going to be. And for the second time now, and it is successful there. Look at that. Look at the run there from Justin Isaboke. But also in lane 1, Mark Njoroge Kangede pushing Isaboke all the way to the line. It's going to be Isaboke, of course. Justin Isaboke from KDF there, stopping the clock. 10.71. What a competition that was. Mark Njoroge Kangede looked like he was going to push it all the way to the line there. But Justin Mogoi Isaboke showing his prowess there, showing that this was his to lose, and he doesn't lose it. He wins it there, Justin Mogoi Isaboke. 10.71, and what a way to start off the competition. The men, the 100 meters hit for the men, and that was the first hit. And now we will be going quickly into the second hit, and of course you can see the athletes already, they are preparing to get off.
Participants. As we mentioned earlier, we are following the program as it is. Look at the program.
And for the second hit there, we have the 8 athletes here. Dennis Kiprono will be running for Central Rift. In lane 1, Tyson Omondi Juma from Eastern lane 2, Collins Mutai South Rift lane 3, Moses Onyango Wasike, look out for him, the Nairobi athlete running in lane 4, David Yosia Odwa from South Sudan running in lane 5, Lamwan Tariko post lane 6, Stephen Okumu from NYS in lane 7, and Daniel Wasike, another athlete to look out for in lane 8 there. It is the 100 meters men hit 2 coming live to you from the Ulinzi Sports Complex in Langata constituency. A very chilly morning here today. The sun is only just smiling, but it's not a big smile. But I guess the conditions, very light wind here, very good for running if you ask me. Being an amateur runner myself. Moses Wasike from Nairobi there on your screen. David Odwa there, South Sudan. Lawan Tariko from Coast there. That is Steve Okumu, NYS. And we have Daniel Wasike from Nyanza South. Steve Okumu there from NYS, getting a lot of interest there from the crowd. The gun is open, away we go, and it looks like Tyson Omondi Juma there, but here comes on the outside lane Daniel Wasike. I think he may have just gotten it on the line there, Daniel Wasike, in 10.69, much quicker time than the previous one. Daniel Wasike there, looks like he must have gotten it, just nicked it on the line. It did look like Tyson Omondi Juma was getting it here, but I feel like Daniel Wasike must have just nicked it on the line there. We will confirm, of course, that and let you know. And on your screen there is Duke Osorio Ogoti from Police. Hesbon Ochieng, that's the man to look out for. In lane 3, Alvin Inyangu. Brian Okoth there in lane 4. Imran Ali Gabo there running for Northeastern in lane 5. On your screen there also is Charles Manyoro Nyamwea from Nairobi. In lane 6, lane 7, Felix Waswa from Western. And on the outside lane there is Denny Davis Ngala from Coast. It is the 100 meters men hit 3. Once again, it's the third heat of the 100 meters men. Duke Ogoti from Police lane 1, Hesbon Ochieng from Prisons lane 2, of course a favorite here. Alvin Inyangu Western lane 3, Brian Okoth Western lane 4, Imran Ali Gabo from Northeastern in lane 5, Charles Manyoro Nyamwea Nairobi lane 6, Felix Waswa lane 7, and Davis Ngala lane 8.
So once again, the standings for the men's 100 meters is number 2. Duke Ogoti Police.
Hesbon Ochieng there, the 4x100 meters champion, Africa champion. He set his fastest qualifying time of 10.29 early in the year, and he will be looking to represent Kenya at the Paris Olympics. So for him, this competition goes beyond the Senior Athletics Championships. One of the reasons why we are here today, Ocheng, they are looking to qualify for Paris there, of course, and go give company to Ferdinand Omanyala, who is a shoe-in for the competition. Of course. In lane 3 there, we are missing Alvin Inyangu from Western. And away we go, and it's a very quick start there from Hesbon Ocheng in lane 2 there, and it's storming to victory very easily here, but it's being pushed all the way there by in lane 6 there, Charles Manyoro Nyamwea, but easy victory here for Hesbon Ocheng. 10.63, he stops the clock and wins the third heat of the men's 100 meters. Of course, no surprises there. Hesbon Ocheng storming to victory here. The athlete from Prisons. Of course, this is just one of those competitions he'll be looking to sustain such peak speed, really, as we head into a very, very defining moment with every athlete looking to book their spot in the Paris Olympics. Remember, he clocked 10.22 seconds at the Nyayo National Stadium early in the year, which was one of his fastest times. And it's 10.63 here today. So at least he's maintaining that sub-11 time. But I'm sure he will not be content with that. Of course, these are just the hits. We still have the semi-finals and the finals coming in, so I'm sure he'll be able to cut down on that time as we get into the business end of these National Athletics Championships, which are also being used as trials for the upcoming Africa Senior Athletics Championships that is being held in the coastal city of Douala in Cameroon. And now those are the athletes now that are going in for the fourth heat. We have Dennis Mwai, rather that is the third heat rather. We have Meshak Babu Kibusole, KDF lane 1, Peterson Bakari, Coast lane 2. From South Rift, Jared Kimngeno Cheruyot, Marco Tieno Odhiambo Eastern.